What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another LEGO Star Wars MOC showcase. Today I have before you Anakin Skywalker's Episode 3 Lightsaber Hilt. If you guys are new to my channel, welcome. I post weekly LEGO MOCs, showcases, reviews, tutorials, and other good stuff like that. So yeah, definitely consider subscribing. I'd love to have you guys part of my channel. With that out of the way, let's get straight into this build. Now, for those who have been on my channel for a while, you will know that the previous model that I made was in Brick Attack's contest, and I think I got 4th place in that contest. I don't know, it was in the top 5, and I'll have to go back to the voting poll, but I believe I got 4th place. In hindsight, looking back on it, it was not as good as this one, so I'd say that's my biggest accomplishment, was making the details really stand out more so on this design than in the previous one. Now, this model is primarily inspired by a user on Rebrickable by the name of Swan Dutchman. I downloaded the file and then I basically worked backwards trying to figure out the internal structure of this model and trying to produce it in my own way. Most of the bottom portion of the hilt is largely the same, and same thing with the middle section here. However, the part where I really started to differ was up at the top, and that has to do a lot with the highlights that I included and some of the shaping with the front end there. The stand is completely custom. It is my own design. It's simple, but I think it works well. It holds right in between those grooves, which is great, and you can spin it 360 degrees even, so that's pretty sweet. Now, this MOC includes around 400 parts, give or take. I think I spent like $50 or so ordering parts, and yeah, it's not bad. The only complaint, the major complaint that I have with this model are the rubber strips here. On the official lightsaber hilt that we'll take a look at in a little bit, there are 6 of these instead of 8, but given the nature of this design, I had to stick with 8. You can look at some of the details on the actual hilt. You can see the strips here, the rubber strips. Those are just connected with Technic pins, and there's a piece in here that is shifted 45 degrees, so it allows them to be opened up. You can see here how I have alternating pieces there. That's how that works. And then we go up into here. This section is built primarily using these like headlight bricks. There you can kind of see. If you guys check out the Lego Digital Designer file, you'll be able to see a lot of this a lot better. But yeah, and it holds in there and it's pretty sturdy. And through the entire lightsaber hilt, there are 3 Technic rods that hold it in place. And I believe there are 2 lightsaber pieces in there. I don't know the exact length. I had to play around with that. But without those, this model would be a lot more fragile. So yeah, and that was one of the more important things for me with this design, is trying to keep it as durable as possible. So I really love the parts that I was able to use for the buttons up top. I think those look great in the dark red and the gold. And then up here you can kind of see how we've got the curving around the top. And that was really difficult. That was something I played around with for a while, but I used some of those headlight bricks in there as well. And that worked out pretty well. And then for the top here, the emitter, we have a just a tire piece, which again, I think that works pretty well. It's a pretty good size, and again, there's a lot of durability with this thing. You can pick it up, you can move it around, you know, swing it, it's not going anywhere. It's really just extremely durable, and I think it looks great. So we'll go take a look at a comparison from the model that I was using as a reference, and then I'll make my final thoughts and conclusion. Alright, so taking a look at the comparison here, you can see what I used. This is an Ultimate Force Effects lightsaber. It's not like those super expensive ones. These came out in like 2011 or something. But yeah, this is the model that I based it off of. You can see a lot of the similarities there. So one of the things you'll see on the bottom is this is a little bit thinner than the model here, but I couldn't really have made it much thicker than it already was. The one thing that I didn't have obviously was this piece right here. Should have been a gold color. That's not a huge deal. But then going up top, you can see a lot of those highlights or the details that we have here, like the gold piece kind of represents that, and then I used the black 1x1 for the background, or the piece in there, and then we have the dark red button there, and on the back as well we also have a dark red button, same color. And then up top you can see this is maybe just a little bit shorter than it should be, but I think that still works pretty well. And then obviously near the top here you can see how I kind of did that curving, and it's really challenging with Lego obviously because they're bricks and plates, but I think this was the best solution that I came up with, and I really like what I was able to do here. So I'll just get into my final thoughts and conclusion here. Alrighty guys, so overall I absolutely love this model. As with most of my MOCs, I'm pretty happy with how they turned out, but this one especially, because I made so many improvements I think from the previous design that I had, and I put a lot of time and effort into trying to make it as accurate as possible. Other than this piece here being light gray and then these including 8 instead of 6, I think this is probably as good as I could have made it, and I'm really happy with the outcome. You know, this is definitely something that I really enjoy having in my collection, and it will be interesting to see if Lego makes these in the future. I think that'd be really cool. Anyways guys, be sure to tell me what you think of this MOC in the comments down below. Give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed, and subscribe if you are new to the channel. It would mean a lot. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you all next time.